Hi everybody! Well, some of you guys wanted to know more about the chords of the way I used to do the cover I did of this song months ago, and so that's the purpose of this video. So we are in standard tuning, and I just put a capo on the 4th fret. I'm kind of sick, so I'm sorry for coughing or anything else that could disturb, and I apologize for the English too. And well, maybe we could just first try to do the song without just with one guitar, without adding something, just to show you the chords, and maybe after this I'll tell you more about some stuff if you want to. Well, I'm going to try to sing it. I will go loud because my voice terribly hurt. So let's try this.
Met her, she was 17, yeah. Jump like an arsonist to a perfect match, burned alive. We'll run, well no one could find us. Go beyond world, everyone. But it doesn't matter now. Just come and love me how, like the way you used to do. Yeah. His love man told us he saw lucky feet for dream, fun with theater. Monsters who will terrorize. No more CL. They'll terrorize. If the world exploded behind us, I'll never notice ever done. Nobody there can find us. I'll bury anyone who does. But it doesn't matter now. Just come and love me how, like the way you used to do. My heart a ding-a-ling, a puppet on the strings, c'est la vie. So lay your hands across my beating heart. Love, love. If the world exploded behind us, I've never noticed ever done. But nobody there can find us. used to do. Come and love me now, the way you used to do, the way you used to do. Huh.
Well, I failed lots of stuff, but anyways, I think you have the idea. I didn't expect much quality about this. The purpose is just to show you the chords and show you what it looks like without adding some additional guitars. Well, what can we say about it? Well, just to show you the chords, we have first one thing going on. It's not a chord. I'm looking for my words. It's not a chord. It's just a single note, which is the E string, the open A string, and the only thing we have to do is to mute all the strings except the E1. And like this, we can do something like this. So all we have to do is to stroke the E string. You can stroke the muted ones just to give some power to the rhythm. And when you want to do it, you can just add a note which is on a D string, and you can go on a second fret of it. You can mute all of the strings. With this finger you can mute the A string, and you can mute the G one with the same finger, you know, and you can mute the rest of the string with the same finger too, or if you want with some other ones. So after this you can just add on the third fret of the E string this note. You can upstroke on the high pitch notes when they are in tune. Well, the chords here are pretty simple. The only thing I think it's kind of hard to do is to sing while having this rhythm. And well, I guess that's it. Maybe I can explain something. In the cover I did, there was one guitar which was doing always this, and another one arrive and do this. So you have both of the guitars doing this. Well, after this we have the chorus part, which is we are going to talk about shapes, you know, the shape of the chord, because we have the capo here. So if I say it's an A minor chord, it is not because of the capo, but the shape is an A minor shape chord, which is like this. In the cover I did this chord, but I changed it in the version I did in this video. I changed it into this. I think it's closer to the original, so
I prefer you to show you this.
So we have you can play it in a kind of a legato way without playing, but with this kind of slide here, and then we go back to that kind of E thing, but we can add some additional notes to it with kind of a pull on and pull off on the G string on the 2nd fret, and then you can go on 2nd fret too, but on the E string here. Oh, like this. Then go back again to the A minor, but you can play it in a different way, like this, without fretting the G string. It allows you to get this finger to get the 2nd fret on the E string, and then we have this thing, which is kind of a B7, I think. So without any explanations, give this. And then you can go back again to this. So we can start on the 2nd fret of the A string by doing a pull off on it, and then go to the 3rd fret of the E string to slide to the 7th fret and play the 7th fret on the A string just under it. After, it depends of the chord, the string you mute, or the string you let open sometimes. Here I realized that I mute the E string first with my thumb, but I did it without haven't noticed it. By muting the strings again and just making this to add some rhythm to it. And then we have again
it repeats again. Here we can go on a 3rd fret of the A string if you want to. B7 again.
Then we have this thing which is kind of hard to explain, so I think I will note you the chord or the notes, but it's all in kind of a G and E chords, So if you want to make it easier, maybe to figure out more easily, and the game here is to add some notes between the 0 on E and 3 on E. Bend here if you want to. That I didn't show you, so like the first chord we had when we played only one note, here it's again one note, because all you have to do is to go on a second fret of the D string, and you can mute the rest of the strings, you know. When you see my hand, it looks like a chord, but it's not, it's just a single note. I do the same with the E string. Here I do the same with the 5th fret of the D string again. And then I go on the A string on the 5th fret, 7, 5th fret again, 7 on the E string, and E again. Then we can invert the thing. And if you want just to give more power to this thing, you can, you know, add this. So it's just 4 frets after the string you are fretting here, the fret you are fretting here. If you go 1, 2, 3, well 4 if you count this too, and on the B string, so, but you have to mute the rest of the string, because if you don't, it gives something like this, and that's not what you want to hear, I guess. Here you can do the same. And when you do this, you can notice that I'm not looking for the string to stroke, you know. I don't do this. I can, you know, stroke all the strings, because I mute them without realizing it, but that's kind of an habits I have. And anyways,
let's go next. What do we have again? I think we're almost done. Oh yeah.
Sometimes you have something that goes like this. So on the 5th fret of the B string, you go on the 3rd fret of the B string. You can play the E string because it sounds okay. Then you can go on the 4th fret of the G string, and you can play the B and E1 because that sounds okay too. And in the cover I did, there was another guitar which was doing like something like this, and when you had both of the guitars playing, it sounds kind of okay. So next we have something that goes like this. Well, again, it's about E-shaped chord, so you can place the finger you want on the 2nd fret of the D string, and then you can mute the E string by now with your thumb or with the part of your body you want, and then you can play the open A string, and then you can pull on the 2nd fret of it, and then you can play the open E string. Then you can slide to this 5th fret of the A string. You can kind of mute the D string and play the others. You can do whatever you want. You can also do kind of a 5 on the A and 5 on the D string. It sounds kind of okay, you know. And well, I guess this is the end. After this we have I totally failed this in the cover of this video. that's it. What can I say more? Maybe we can talk about the bass I had in the cover. It was doing something like um, man. And then it followed the thing. And yeah, there was also a solo guitar which was doing something. When there was one guitar doing this, there was a solo guitar doing something like a. It's all about the B string and let the E opened. Well, I guess this is it. If you have any questions, don't hesitate to ask. And if you have advices, I will take it happily. And well, see ya.